Well, I have arrived at the page that I was seeking earlier, especially because some of you are still waiting for me to announce it. Announce what, you might ask? Well, earlier this week I had announced that I would be hosting a noodle raffle. A noodle raffle, you ask? What is a noodle raffle? Well, a noodle raffle is simply, I draw anyone that I pick out of the raffle. And, well, I'm a terrible artist, so you can't really complain because there was nothing you had to do for the raffle except for just simply signing your name on my journal that I had posted. So, I am going to give you the honor of filling up the space in my personal book of grumpiness. This would be considered, to a celestial dragon such as myself, the textbook on how to be grumpy. So you will have the honor of forever being emblazoned into my book of grumpiness as a token of my gratitude. And after all, you really cannot complain because you are being drawn by me. So, let us see who is lucky enough to be drawn in my book. Where is my jaw? There it is. Now, I must say, there were numerous amounts of youngsters that had eagerly wanted to be part of the grumpy textbook that I have with me here, and I felt bad if I had only chosen one. So, to make things a little more fair, I had decided that for this time I shall choose 3 names out of the ones that have responded, and you shall forever be glorified within my grumpy textbook, so that when I stare upon your faces every waking morning, I can be irritated by it. Now, as you can see here, I have my handy-dandy golden jar with many ballots with your name stored inside it. The ones that have responded. So, I shall be picking from these names, 3 of them, and we'll see what we come up with right now. I shall leave that there. And I am not going to look while I choose. Let us see who the first one shall be. Come on, let's get this pick. There we go. And we have... this is one youngster that I know would eagerly want to be emblazoned in my book of grumpiness. It is none other than the Mega Wolf himself, Rogue. Do you hear that, you young wolf? You have somehow cheated fate and landed in my grasp, as to be put into my book of grumpiness, even though you already, on a very frequent basis, seem to find ways to strike my ire. Well, let us see what we can do right now with grumpy drawings of Rogue. Well, I have a very tiny and frankly useless human pen here, but this is the only thing I have that I would be able to draw with. Let's see now. I have to fit everything in this space over here. So, how should we do this? Because I want you all to be able to see this while I am drawing it. Let us try this. Let us try this indeed. I'm going to grab this tiny plastic thing, and I am going to aim it down. Yes, I shall aim it down. And get your minds out of the gutter. I am not aiming it down there. So, let us see what we can do. I will have to, unfortunately, draw upside down, but I shall be able to show it to you youngsters later. So, how do I draw a Mega Wolf? Well, first, if I am going to draw a Mega Wolf, I will have to give him something to compare his size with, which would be, in his case, buildings, because a Mega Wolf is mega in size, and therefore he must show off his size by making these terrible buildings look puny, before, of course, he crushes them. So, yes, buildings, yes, they are very consummate. I have many buildings, yes, and, They are not destroyed yet, but they should be destroyed very soon. So our Mega Wolf, as I said, needs to be mega compared to these buildings. So we shall give him his very large head, of course. His head alone is the size of a small house, and he's got very large and snapping jaws because he is towering over these buildings, and he is about to destroy them, and very evil look, because of course Mega Wolves have to look menacing while they are destroying things. And he's got his ears, of course, and let's see. He's got many muscles. Yes, he is a very muscular wolf, indeed. So we have to give him very muscular looking frame. Yes. This is turning out this is turning out much worse than I thought it was. Yes, he is, and there's a cheek floof because wolves are floofy as such, and there we go, and some detail, and a human flying in the air. I am not sure why the human is flying in the air, but it is okay. We shall explain that later. And and we have to have the bushy tail. Yes, very bushy tail, because that is what they have. And we need a claw underneath his foot, because Rogue very much enjoys stomping on his claws and watching them go poof. And then he also, let us put a human inside his mouth. Yes, very nice indeed, because Rogue, as does myself, we enjoy dining on the human population, as we like to be reminded that we are superior to them. So, maybe a destroyed building behind him, I am not sure. And yes, there we go. That is a very lovely representation of Rogue Mega Wolf. Let me put my pen down first, and I shall be able to show you all exactly what it looks like. Let us see if we can see that. Yes, there we go. We have Rogue Mega Wolf, who has adorned the top right corner, or top left corner of my lovely portrait frame right there, being the Mega Wolf that he always is. Yes, indeed. So, now, I shall put that down for now. Where should I put it down? I shall put it down there for now. And now let us see who the second person will be for this. The second person that I shall add to this portrait of mine. Yes, shake it all about. Yes, do the shake. Something. We have enough of this. I am not in the mood for nonsense. I am in the mood to fill my grumpy portrait with 3 of you youngsters. Let us see. And we have... Come on, Grass. Come on, you big dopey fingers. It grabbed 2 of them. Let's see who this is. We have Jinx the Lynx. I am not sure if Jinx the Lynx is in the chat right now. Remember, if you are in the chat, then that means that I am able to draw you. If you are not, then unfortunately, too bad for you. I know that Rogue was in the chat, but Jinx, are you here? Jinx, are you here? Because if you are here, then that means you must be you must be part of the grumpy portrait that I am noodling right now for your entertainment. Jinx is not here as far as I know. Well, unfortunately, that means that she cannot take part in all of this grumpiness. So let us see if we can pick out another name. I cannot see in this. I cannot see what I am grabbing. Let us see. I finally have a name. Let us see. Oh. And a fellow wine drinker. It seems that I am pulling out many of the wine drinkers now. We have none... where did that paper go? I had dropped that somewhere else. But it was Caraway, for those that you had not seen. And I know that Caraway was present. I am not sure if Caraway is still present. Let's see, Caraway, are you present? Yes, Caraway is present indeed. It is very, very easy for me to represent Caraway. It does not take much of a celestial's skill nor prowess. So let us try this once more. And I shall grab my handy dandy pen. Now Caraway is a bunny. And bunnies, we draw them with only one way. We only draw bunnies one way. We draw them with very big floppy ears. So I shall give him very floppy ears indeed. Yes. Floppy ears. Very floppy ears. And he has a very round nose indeed. Yes, he has a... And I'll give him his teeth, because all bunnies have the very adorable teeth and what's not. And yes, and what else does Caraway have? Caraway, he does have dark fur patches around his eyes, so I shall draw that dark patch around his eyes. Yes, indeed. And what else do we need? Caraway is a bunny that likes drinking as well, so we cannot forget that he needs his own wine glass, although it should be in my hands, not his. But for the sake of this noodle raffle, we shall do it as such. So we need, there we go, a wine glass. Yes, and he has a very, very consummate. He is drinking it, and he is getting quite drunk, according to these drunken bubbles that I cannot seem to draw because, well, this is a human-sized pen. I cannot draw with a human-sized pen. So there we go. We have Caraway as well. Caraway has adorned a grumpy portrait alongside Rogue as well. And Caraway, if you can see right there, yes, he is a bunny with a very large wine glass, as large as his body, which I highly approve of, and he is drinking it, which I do not approve of because I should be the one drinking that. So, let us see who shall be the third and final person to adorn this portrait alongside Rogue and Caraway. Let's see. We have... I cannot see these pieces of paper. Yes, indeed. Who is this indeed? We have... What is this name? I cannot even read this name itself. We have... Silent Dawn. We have Silent Dawn. Silent Dawn, a fellow dragon as well. I would say Silent Dawn will be the third and final person that will be included in this noodle that I am doing right now. Silent Dawn, if I remember correctly, is also a fellow noodle dragon, so I will be drawing a noodle dragon, which I had hoped to do so tonight. Let us see. Silent Dawn. What should I draw Silent Dawn doing? I know. Silent Dawn had once drawn what their representation of a noodle job looked like, so I shall try to recreate that, and it had to be a very consummate looking dragon. And yes, dragon. And this dragon had a muzzle, and the dragon was eating their own noodles, and it looked very, very enjoyable. A little too enjoyable indeed. I am sure that the wine thief would know all about enjoying noodle jobs, but this one looked too enjoyable. So, we shall give the horns and some frills and more noodles, and there are lots of noodles being eaten right now, more than makes me very comfortable. I am not sure what the hands are doing. The hands look like they are feeding the noodles into the mouth, and it is very, very... I am going to finish drawing it as such because this is making me very uncomfortable to draw noodles being noodle jawed as such. So, there we go. We have, let's see, we have Rogue. We have Caraway. And we have Silent Dawn. Yes, we have Rogue, Caraway, and Silent Dawn. And they have now all filled this lovely noodle portrait that I have. And, well, I shall tell you what this noodle portrait is for. Right now, as you can see, on the previous page, it says, what... let's fix that. It says, what's making me grumpy? It says, what is making me grumpy? So, that meant I had to draw what is making me grumpy right now. So draw something for me to judge. So I drew Rogue, and I drew Caraway, and I drew Silent Dawn. So right now, Rogue, Caraway, and Silent Dawn are being judged by Grumpy Cat, and thus being judged by myself. Well, they are the lucky receivers of being judged by two grumpy beings, the Grumpy Cat and the Grumpy Dragon, so I hope you think it was worth it, because that was a pain in the ass for me to draw. Do I look like an artist to you? Definitely not indeed. All I do is I sit in chairs like this and yell in cameras and drink sake that is too little for me because the wine thief had taken all of it earlier, and have to read all these bedtime stories to you. Bah, you children. I am done with that book as well. Alright. Well, I think it is an appropriate time to break out my pad and pen, because I know that I have a few patrons here that I owe a few drawings to. My very first round of Patreon drawings. And once again, for the patrons that are here and want to receive their drawings, I hope that, well, I am able to deliver upon your idea, but again, please bear in mind that I am not the best artist, although I will try to do your patronage support. Alright, let us see who shall be first in line. So the first patron I see in line that has donated... So I believe it was Silver Gatamon who was first, but there was also Volt Ashcore. Volt Ashcore, is that correct? You also donated it. Volt, are you still here? This chat has frozen on me. What the hell happened to this chat? Is Volt still here? Volt Ashcore the Dragon, are you still here? Because I am calling upon you at the moment, so that you may receive your Patreon pledge drawing at the moment. Volt Ashcore, are you still here? I think he went to... No, he is there. He did not go to bed. He is still here. So let me quickly grab my pen and my paper. My goodness. Oh, alright. What do I need? That's too small. I don't like them small, I like them big. Why are they all small? All of these pens that my human have are all small. What is the use of having it small? It won't even show, it won't even fit, it won't even look nice. It only looks nice if it's big. If it's small, that doesn't count. That's like a consolation prize. That's like, oops, sorry, you got the bad luck of the draw. Here's something small. Alright, I got the big one. I got the big tip size, because big tip sizes are more important when you're drawing, yes. Alright, let's see. You see this right here? This is the Tianlong sketchbook right here. I need to pop open the screen at the moment. Where is this mousy mouse thing? Mousy mouse, see? This is the Tianlong book over here. This is what my human slave uses in order to doodle a lot of things, but he has not used it in a long time, and I have reappropriated it for the stream purposes. So, let us see what I can do for my patrons so far. I need an empty page. Yes. I have found an empty page. This is good. This is very good indeed. I have found an empty page. So, now, Volt, let us see what you would like me to draw you. You say, could you draw me enjoying a drink alongside you? Yes, I think I could draw you enjoying a drink beside me. I just have to figure out how to draw. Volt, if you could be so kind and you could send me a picture reference of your character, and I will be able to. But right now, I will try to draw myself in a totally not cute manner. It shall not be cute in any way whatsoever. I shall draw myself drinking alongside you, or I think it sounds better if it was you drinking alongside me. Yes, that sounds a lot better. So currently, at the moment, I am drawing a dragon. I am drawing two faces, and one of the faces is very happy right now. I will try to show you if I am able to. Yes, let us see. See, I have drawn two faces. Can you guess who is who? One is the happy one, and one is the not so happy one. And clearly, I am the very happy one, and Volt is right over here. Volt is on that side, and that is like Volt's face, and Volt's face is saying, "I can't believe I paid to have myself drawn beside this grumpy old drunkard, money whoring celestial, and this is what I get in return. I cannot believe it." Let us see. Let me see, Volt. Volt, if you are able to, again, provide that reference, I can continue it at least. Thank you very much, Volt. Very kind of you. Now, let me see. Boy, how about you challenge everyone in the chat to draw you? Well, Boy, that challenge is already somewhat implied already. So, if you in the stream would like to draw me, well, I am always open to gifts of any kind, whether it be Patreon subscriptions, or whether it be sake donations, or art gifts of any sort. I'm always open for people to draw me. So, thank you for the reference, Volt. I shall try to do you justice. So, yes, he's got a nose. Volt has a nose. It is very good. If you have a nose, it signifies that you can smell things, and hopefully it's not smelly. Hopefully I am not smelly in this picture as well. So let me say, he's got hair. I believe he's got hair or spikes of some sort. I am not sure what that is, but I shall draw it anyways. Let me see. He's got a very large chest as well. Yes, well, he's got a big chest, and I approve of big things. As I told you, if it's not big, don't bother with it, because it's like what I was saying earlier about putting your 100% into it. And why bother with it if you're not going to put your 100% into it? So if you're not going to do 100% chest days, then why bother with chest days at all? You have to do a 100% pectoral day or 100% arms day, not just 50-50 everything. You have to put your whole dedication into doing something. Oh yes. And there's his wine glass, drawing his wine glass, and should I draw his manly pecs? Apparently Volt Ashkor has some very large pectorals because he understands the concept of big things looking more impressive than small things, and of course, well, I cannot really ignore that fact, because in his reference, that is pretty much the most prominent thing that I can see. It is like the pectorals right now, they're like two large watermelons being sold to me by a Chinese street vendor, where the Chinese street vendor on the streets of Hong Kong or the streets of Taiwan, they just come up to you and they're holding two melons at their pecs like this, and they look like giant cocos, and he starts banging on them like the watermelon. He just goes, and he starts banging on the watermelons, and he's showing off how big his watermelons are, and he's bouncing his melons up and down, and he walks up to you shaking his melons, and he says, "You want these fresh watermelons? These fresh watermelons, so good, very good for you. Only $100 for a watermelon, so good for you." And it's just preposterous, because the first thing I think of when I see these giant pectorals are these two giant watermelons rubbing together, smacking together in my face. And it is very inappropriate. Yes, it is very much so, because watermelons have more dignity than that. Watermelons should have more dignity than to be smacked together and paraded around as a pair of giant pectorals. After all, watermelons have feelings as well. I bet there's a watermelon god that hung his head in shame when he saw his fellow watermelon being abused in such manners. Anyhow, where was I? Yes, drawing both Ascol having a drink with me. I was a little passionate there about watermelons. I apologize, because watermelons, I feel, are very misunderstood. Watermelons, they're very green on the outside, but they're very bright red on the inside. And when you look at them on the outside, they're all green and they're all round and they're all big and almost freakish-like. And people almost avoid them because they see it's like some sort of abomination, some alien fruit. But I feel it has some semblance to the Hulk as well. For those of you that know of the Hulk, the green radioactive mutant monster, and he is all green and massive and round like a watermelon, but he is also very freakish and misunderstood by people. And watermelons, I feel, are the same way. So I believe that, watermelons should have a little more respect from the people. And the next time that you go and eat some watermelons, you pay them some respect, the respect they deserve. So let us see. He's got those big pectorals. Yes, he does. And he's got this massive chest as well, and he's got his six-pack as well. He's got 6 packs because all dragons must look good and have 6 packs. Which is a bit of a contradiction because I myself do not have a 6-pack. The only 6-pack I wish I had was a 6-pack of sake. If there was such a thing, but unfortunately these humans are not clever enough to develop such a thing. There should be more 6-packs of sakes, I believe. It would make buying sake a lot easier for me. Yes, he's got his 6-pack, and he's got his wine glass, and he's got his tail. And I am not sure what his tail has on it, but I will put some spikes on it and whatnot, because spikes on a tail looks good. And he's got a lightning mark on his face. I've tried to put a lightning mark on his face, but it doesn't seem to work because I cannot draw. An old dragon is very terrible at drawing indeed. And then there is myself. I cannot even draw myself. What is this? I am drawing myself a lot more happy than I usually am, and I cannot look happy because I am not a happy celestial dragon. If you think I am a happy celestial dragon, I don't know where you got that notion, but I am most definitely not. There's a reason why I am named Grumpy Tianlong, and this is the Grumpystream, and I am always constantly running out of sake. Enjoying. I do not seem to be enjoying myself at the moment with this glass, because this glass is not big enough and it is constantly empty. I shall draw myself with an empty glass. Yes. So far, this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can show you all right now. I do not know how that will fare on the screen, but this is what it looks like. Yes, if you can't see, I have, if I can manage this, my glass down here somewhere. Yes, there, that glass right there. It is empty. You all notice that glass is empty. It reflects my soul right now, which is empty because my glass is almost empty, and that bottle I have over there is also empty from that refill. And right now, see, he has a full glass of wine, and I don't. See, look, I am employing the use of Hollywood zoom effects right now. All the zoom ins and outs, so you can see that this is dynamic action and that there is something very interesting going on here. But yes, you see, that is him enjoying a drink with me, but clearly I am not enjoying the drink because my glass is empty. Well, I think I shall add just a little bit more, perhaps a little background or something of the sort, or a caption that says that my glass is empty. Yes, over here, empty glass. Empty glass. There we are. Oh. And the Celestial's neck is a little too craned at the moment. What else should I draw? I'm wondering if I should put my chair in the back. I shall put the chair I'm sitting on behind me. A dragon's armchair, yes it is. An old dragon's chair, because an old dragon's back is terrible. He needs to sit often. Let us see, there. I have added some additions to... my biggest fan is getting in the way. I've added some additions. Right there, I have my chair I am sitting on, and I'm sharing a drink, and I have this empty glass, and he is all happy. See, he's so happy he's making my page bounce right now, and I am employing more Hollywood effects, and this is a popular Hollywood effect called the shaky cam, where the camera is shaking all over the place, and it disorients you, meaning there's something very epic happening. All right. Well, I shall sign that later, and Volt, if you so wish, I can send that out to you, because I will offer that option to those Patreon, those patrons that so wish for me to send them the drawing that I draw for them. So, Volt, that will be a drawing. I may add a little bit more, I probably will, but we shall keep in touch about that post the stream. Alright, so I believe the second patron was it Silent Dawn? I'm not sure if it was Silent Dawn. I believe it was Silent Dawn. But Silent Dawn, I don't believe, is in attendance in this stream tonight. I hope she is in the stream tonight. Silent Dawn, if you are there. Silent Dawn, if you are there, I do believe I owe you a drawing as well, and I would greatly appreciate if I could get you your drawing. Let's see if I can see. I want to see if anyone is home. Yes, Silent Dawn. Silent Dawn, I believe, is not here in the stream tonight. Yes, Volt, I will be able to send it to you after the stream sometime. We shall get in contact, and I will be able to send this to you signed and whatnot. Yes, Bree, yes, we must not forget to constantly worship our giraffe god Bree, yes. Anyhow, the next person would then be Silvergatomon, because Silvergatomon tonight also made a pledge to my Patreon. Thank you once again, Silvergatomon. Your support is greatly appreciated. And all of the rest of your reward levels will be fulfilled sometime after this stream ends, which includes the wall of patrons or the wall of fame, whatever sounds nicer to you. Now let me open up a new page. These human books are confoundedly difficult to maneuver. Come on. There we are. Alright, Silvergatomon. What would you like an old grumpy celestial dragon to draw you for your first drawing? And as a note to patrons, both current and in the future, these drawings are not a one-time basis. For every stream that you are a patron for, $25 or more, every stream you get a drawing, which means if you continue to patron my stream for the next stream and any other stream after that, each stream you shall get a drawing, and each stream, if you should so wish, I will send you the drawing after the stream. Alright. Silvergatomon, how about Chen as a lion sitting outside giving out candy? What have I told you youngsters earlier about me being a lion, and then about me giving candy? Me, a lion, and that one child who was sitting there like... and apparently they had seen a lion as if I was Aslan or something of the sort, and then, and to my eternal shame, the parents come up to and say, and that one Captain Hook says, "Look, it's a lion." And I just felt completely dumbfounded at that point, and I wanted to give up on everything. But because you paid, and of course I am not one to reject your idea, I shall do it. Let us see. Yes, I had dyed them. I definitely gave them some dye. I felt like what you youngsters refer to as Oprah. You get a dye, and you get a dye, and everyone gets a dye. All right. Drawing myself as a lion giving out candy on Halloween. It was a dark and stormy night. That much I remember for sure. I am even grumpier than the last time. And I have my lion costume on as well. I have this magnificent lion costume right now, and apparently I am wearing it and my horns are sticking out the back. And apparently I have to tape whiskers on myself. So right now this is Tien Lion. I shall show you what I have just drawn right now. This is Tien the Lion right now. I look like a cross between a mop and a lost kitten right now. A lost kitten with devilish horns impaled on its head by some sly youngster. Yes, I look like a mop and a lost kitten right now. So let me continue this absolutely dreadful drawing right now of my experience during last year's Halloween. So I'm sitting there and I have my paw out holding some candy. These are candies that I am drawing. They are not poisoned. I solemnly swear these candies are not poisoned. Perhaps maybe just a little bit. And I am standing there holding more candies, and I am holding a box full of so-called candy. And I shall put quotations on the box. Yes, this is most definitely candy. And apparently I am a very pudgy lion as well, because I have just given myself a peanut body, and no, not peanut booty, peanut body. Peanuts do not have any booties. Have you ever seen a booty on a peanut? That is like taking a package of Mr. Peanuts and asking him to turn around and show off his booty. A peanut body and ridiculously large lion paws, because of course all lions have to have big, fluffy, huggable, nuzzleable paws of some sort. And this ridiculously short lion tail as well. And perhaps I should draw a youngster. Should I draw a youngster receiving this candy from Tien the Lion? I probably should. Yes, I shall draw a youngster. I shall draw a youngster receiving this candy as well. And this youngster, I do not know what this youngster is or what she looks like. I shall draw a pirate youngster. Yes, this is a pirate youngster. She is receiving the candy. She is receiving the candy from Tien the Lion. Yes, she is. And now I need to add my chair that I was sitting on, which was essentially the same chair I am sitting on now. I sat on the same chair because I only have one chair. Why do I need more than one chair on a daily basis? I would not know, but I was sitting on the same chair and it was a dark and stormy night, which is why I shall now draw these most definitely angry storm clouds, so angry that they have mad smileys on them, and they are all storming downwards and about to strike this child, and the thunderbolts themselves will have angry faces on them, so I shall draw sad faces and then make them angry. Because the skies above reflect my mood. So yes, this is what it is turning out to be like. Stop it, fan. This is what it is turning out to be like right now. That is Tian the lion giving the child her candy, and there are I cannot angle this properly. And there are storm clouds that are angry, and the lightning bolts are angry, and everything on this thing, everything about this drawing is unpleasant because I am giving her this so-called candy over here. Yes. This candy most definitely does not have a skull and bones on it because it is most definitely not poisoned. And Chen the party pooper is giving out this candy to all these children. Yes, he is. There, one more look for you youngsters. That is Chen the lion giving out his candy to a youngster. I cannot believe that they would call me a lion. Perhaps this year for Halloween I should go out and buy a lion costume so I can actually be Chen the lion. Actually, on second thought, I probably shouldn't, because all of you would beg to see that. Alright, give me a moment. I just have to make sure that things here are appropriate. Is the camera in place properly? I hope it is, because you can probably all tell what time it is right now, especially for my patrons. I don't know if there's any other way of turning this camera so that you can see this properly. This is the best that I can do for now with my circumstances. Well, I'm guessing that after my intermission and after a brief reprieve, that it is time that I get these drawings done for my patrons. For those of you that don't know, through my Patreon, I offer drawings by yours truly, the Grumpy Celestial Dragon Qianlong, as one of the perks for being a patron of a certain level. For those of you that want more information, you'll find the link to my Patreon down below there. But, without further ado, it is time for me to scribble on the paper and give people their money's worth, or so-called money's worth, because I'm an absolutely dreadful artist. And I don't know why anyone would want an old dragon's drawings, because you all know that I draw quite horribly. So, first I shall call upon Silent Dawn. I shall start with Silent Dawn, as they weren't here the last stream. Silent Dawn, are you still here with us? Silent Dawn, Silent Dawn. Silent Dawn sounds like it sounds like a very, very melodic song. It is a very melodic ring to it. Ah, yes, Silent Dawn is here. Silent Dawn, I want you to give me something to draw. You have earned yourself a drawing from the mighty celestial Qianlong as one of the perks of being a sponsor. Thank you very much on my Patreon. So, Silent Dawn, what would you like me to draw? I would like you to give me your request for something a celestial should draw before I start scribbling aimlessly on this paper and make some sort of abstract art that rivals a Picasso and sells at a gallery for millions. But instead, I shall sell this for only $25. Bah! You children are scamming me out of my money. For those of you that also are interested in having a celestial draw some silly little scribbles for you, there's also the donate button over there somewhere, or Patreon as well, if you subscribe to my Patreon, whatnot, for the same amount that these patrons have donated, which is $25. I shall also draw you something as well. So if you are interested in a celestial drawing you something, now is the time to donate. It is $25 USD, and I will send the drawing to you if you so wish anywhere in the world. Two Griffin is also leaving as well. Griffin, thank you for joining my show, and I bid you a very good night, and see you in 2 weeks, because you are 2, and I shall see you in 2 weeks. Ha! Alright. Draw a tiger pouncing a Christmas tree. Well, I'll see what I can do in terms of a tiger pouncing a Christmas tree. I shall draw the Christmas tree first because that is the most important. So let us see. Yes, I am drawing a Christmas tree right now. It has this thing on its top that has 5 pointy ends to it and what you humans call a star. Now, a star does not look like this if you have ever seen any image of space from Google. A star does not have 5 pointy things like that. A star is a hot ball of dye. It is a very hot ball of dye that does not have any pointiness like that as you humans think. I don't know who came up with that concept, but he should be served a hot bowl of dye. And now I shall draw the tree under here as well. It is very frilly and whatnot. Perhaps we shall add some ornaments too. We should add a few of these baubles or whatever you humans call them. And perhaps a few candy canes, because you humans apparently like your candy canes. I don't see what the big fuss is with your candy canes. Your candy canes are just canes made out of candy. There's no class to them whatsoever. You should have a real cane, like one of those British folk. They have canes everywhere. And they look infinitely classier because they're not gnawing on their canes all the time. Ugh. So we shall put some frills on this tree as well, because frills are important on a Christmas tree, even though they don't make any sense at all. What part of a tree needs to be frilled when trees themselves are already frilly and full of vibrant colors and life, and then these humans want to adorn it with these frills and whatnot? Bah! You human traditions are confusing. And we shall give the tree a stump and some boxes of Christmas gifts as well, because Silent Dawn has lots of Christmas presents and whatnot, and these are very terribly wrapped Christmas presents. These Christmas presents were all wrapped by me. And if you recall what is inside the presents that I give, well, you need not think hard. Yes, more gifts, more wrapped up gifts and terrible wrapping paper that you buy at the dollar store. And now to draw the tiger. I shall draw the most beautiful tiger that you have all ever seen. I shall draw the tiger's eyes, 1, 2. And I shall draw a tiger face. Yes, that is a tiger face right there. And I shall draw the tiger ears. And the tiger fluff. And the tiger stripes as well. Yes, stripes, because tigers have stripes and are all stripy and whatnot. Yes, we all have that one tiger friend that we know that is all stripy and whatnot because, well, they are a tiger. And the tiger is pouncing the tree, so it shall have these lovely drawn arms, and the arms are all waving about and whatnot, trying to pounce the tree. And the tiger is in mid-pounce, so it shall be pouncing the tree as such. And the tiger has a tiger tail, like a tiger has tails and whatnot. And I shall give the tiger even more stripes because they're all stripy and whatnot. And the tiger is also wearing a Christmas hat too because the tiger is in the holiday spirit, as am I. And that is a very pointed Christmas hat for some reason. It's like the tiger is hiding a tumor on its head or something of the sort. Let me turn it around and show you all. See, this is what a festive holiday tiger looks like right now. I don't know if you can see it in the camera and whatnot. There, that is a festive holiday tiger pouncing a Christmas tree, and it's got the whole tigerness to it and all that, and it's a tree with baubles and frills and all sorts, and it's got presents of dye underneath and all that. And bleh. Is there anything else you'd want from its Silent Dawn? I shall be adding more details to it later when I am passed out and have woken up and have become sober again. But is there anything else you would like to be added to this so far? Perhaps I shall add some more dye to it later. Well, I shall add some more dye to it later since you say no, Silent Dawn, but I shall also be sending this to you if you so wish. Consider it Qianlong's Christmas card of sorts. But I shall contact you later in terms of email, or in terms of mailing this out to you. All right, next up, we have Silent Dawn's tiger, stripy cat. Her stripy cat pouncing a tree. Now, next up, we need, if I can open these pages. Ah, there we are. Next up, we have Silver Gatomon. Silver Gatomon, are you there? Silver Gatomon, I hope you are there. You are the second patron that is to receive a drawing from me, the last one being Volt Ashcore. Jerry Husky. It would be funny if he drew someone receiving some dye, I believe, via Xmas present. Well, Jerry, Silver Gatomon actually requested that I drew someone receiving dye as a Halloween treat last stream. And I did draw that. I believe you were there. So, well, it would not be far-fetched for me to draw someone receiving a whole cup of dye in a Christmas present. Silver Gatomon, are you there? I am calling to you, Silver Gatomon. If you are not there, I am sorry to say, but I will have to move on to Volt Ashcore, the final patron of this stream. Unless there is someone else that has donated. Remember, if you would like a drawing from Tien, the mighty celestial dragon, if you would like a drawing from me, which will be signed as well as sent to wherever you are in the world, it is $25, either through the donate button somewhere down there, I don't know where it is because I have poor eyesight, or if you subscribe as a patron. Let me see if there is anyone that has submitted so far. So far, it is just the patrons so far. Oh, that is perfectly all right. I do not expect any sort of obligation in terms of payment, but I do like to encourage those that support the stream to perhaps help me make it a little better each and every time. Last call for Silver Gatomon. I don't believe he had been in the stream. I did not see his name pop up, so I shall move on to Volt Ashcore, the final patron drawing that I have left. So Volt Ashcore, I know that you are here. Let us see, Volt Ashcore. Can you draw you and myself stomping the wine thief's Christmas tree as he looks on sadly? That is a bit of a difficult one, but I shall try my best. I hope the wine thief will not take too much offense to it. I am not sure what his Christmas tree would look like anyways in terms of its size. After all, the wine thief is a cockroach, so I'm assuming his Christmas tree would be something similar to a broccoli tree. But, well, we'll see what we can do. Actually, that's a great idea. I shall draw a piece of broccoli with ornaments on it, and that shall be the cockroach's Christmas tree. Yes, and it's got its own little star as well. It's fallen over because it's a drunk Christmas tree, and it's a star, and it's a broccoli tree right here. It's got its own little ornaments and whatnot, and it's got candy canes too because the cockroach likes candy canes, and they're good when they put it in his mouth. And there's the wine. We shall draw myself first, and I have this amazingly happy grin on me because, well, not a grin, but a very clear frown on me as I raise my foot to stomp on the wine thief's Christmas tree because, well, this is my revenge for him stealing all that wine. Let us see here. This is a very terrible rendition of myself. This cider has its poisonous effects take effect too soon. Oh, goodness gracious, this cider is really messing with my drawing skill right now. Not that I had any to begin with. And there's that tail bauble, which I don't know why I have that tail bauble. It's like I carry around a Christmas ornament of my own. But once again, you shall not see me at Midwest Fur Fest being festive of any sort or partaking in the festivities because I am not a dragon that has the Christmas cheer or anything of the sort, so you shall not be seeing me wearing any of these Christmas items or accessories, and you shall most definitely not turn me into a living Christmas tree and hang ornaments off of my limbs, or my parts, whatever it may be. And then I have my horns as well, because I am very horny all the time. I mean, I am very, well, horns. I have horns, so I am horn-ish. I am horn-ish, yes. I am not horny, I am horn-ish. Something of the sort. Ugh. Let us see. So I have the horns and I have the noodles, and the noodles are all over the place as they always are. And then there's Volt's dragon as well. I shall draw him a happy dragon, because Volt is happy about stomping on the wine thief's broccoli tree, I shall call it. So Volt is a little more overjoyed at stomping on the tree. Let us draw his foot there as well. He looks like he is doing cheerleading at the moment. He is not really stomping on it, but we get the idea. This cider is very much messing with my vision right now, and an old dragon's eyesight is already poor enough. What number am I at right now? I am at 62. I am 7 more away from 69, and perhaps I shall keep it that way. Perhaps I shall cheat a little bit. Wine thief, wine thief, wine thief, wine thief, wine thief, wine thief, wine thief. There, it should be at 69 right now. And we'll keep that number there at 69. Because 69 is a good number. It sounds good. I like 69. As the number, I mean. I do not like 69 in the way you youngsters think of it. I like the number 69. Volt, I cannot remember if you have ear fins or whatnot of the sort. I remember you have the horns and whatnot. I don't remember if you have ear fins and whatnot. And, well, you seem to be sporting a very, very sightly pecs and six-pack and whatnot. It's okay, Volt. I'll add the details in later, as I did with the previous one. But the idea is there. There's me, and I shall label myself. There's Tien right there, and then there's Volt right there. And then there's the wine thief over here, and he's all sad. And he shall have the most disgruntled-looking face for wine thief. And he shall be in his little lab coat over here as well. And he looks so forlorn because his tree is getting stomped, and soon so will he. And he has a single tear running down his face because, well, it's such a sad sight. Such a sad sight indeed. And then I shall caption this down here. Why not be? I just realized I broke the number. I went past 69. Gosh darn it, I fooled myself into going past 69. Now I can't get 69. I mean, I can't get the number 69. It is another setup by you all to make me say things I shouldn't be saying. There, you see, there's the rendition of myself and Volt stomping on the little broccoli tree. If you can see, there's the broccoli tree, and then there's the wine thief, and he's all sad because his tree's about to get stomped under the feet of 2 dragons, Tien and Volt and whatnot. And then, see, there's the lovely rendition of the wine thief right there. He is very well portrayed. That is him right there. Alright, well, Volt, again, I will add those details to your character in a little bit, but for now, I believe that is it for the drawings. I only have 2 drawings this stream, which was the same number as the previous stream, but, well, I hope that I can get a few more donations or patrons in the future that would merit more drawings, because, well, I do enjoy seeing your imaginations. I enjoy seeing the imaginations of you youngsters, and, well, feeding off of it, let me readjust my camera a little bit. Alright, and my camera just decided to take a face plant into the table because the camera is drunk and it had been served some dye earlier, so it is quite weak at the moment. Come on, camera, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, camera. You can do it. Does that work? That seems to work a little better. You can't really see the Christmas lights, though. Alright, that works a little bit better. And I don't know if you can see, but I have... Do I still have my other hat on? Yes, I have both of my Christmas hats back on, I believe. Did I lose the other one? I lost it again. I thought I put it back on.